Okay, I am here with Storytell Press. Kevin O'Neill is at the booth, and he has I've been told that there are the two coolest things at the Catholic Marketing Network were the Rose Rosary with the two giant rosary beads, giant roses as each as a rosary bead, and the Lego Catechism. I said Lego Catechism. Sure enough, the Lego Catechism of the Seven Sacraments by Kevin and Mary O'Neill. Kevin, what on earth inspired you to do a Lego Catechism?
Well, the evolution of it was very organic. I own a landscaping company, and I'm always listening to Catholic audio while working. And one day when we realized our children had a book that had very questionable teachings in it, but it was illustrated with Legos, we had to take that away. And we realized that it pulled the kids in, and so we wanted to do something like that, but we wanted to make it exclusively Catholic, and that's how it came about.
Now, was that book a ostensibly Catholic book, or was it just a kid's book?
It is, well, since you asked, it actually is very blasphemous, and it has very questionable teachings in it. Not even questionable. They're wrong teachings. It's very manipulative, and it's not for kids. And even on the book it says that it isn't. And so we had to remove that from our children. But after removing it, I said, let's go ahead and make one, and let's do it correctly.
Now, of course, there's the big Lego craze. We have the Lego Batman movie, the Lego thing, Lego this, Lego that. We got to take a look at this book.
You bet. And what we really do all throughout the book is we very much utilize typology, which is one of the most effective ways to teach children. And so, for example, you can see here, I'll show you just a couple things here. You know, in Deuteronomy, God told Moses that he'd raise up a prophet like him. And so we show that. When Moses was born, they knew a prophet was among them because of a sign in the sky. The same with Christ. When Moses was born, Pharaoh sent out an order to have all the children killed to kill the prophet among them. Herod did the same. Moses escaped in a raft into the heart of Egypt. The Holy Family, the angel said, "Get up, go to Egypt." You have Moses, who's a prince of Egypt, who stepped out of his kingdom to be with his people, to lead them out of slavery, and he does this through a Passover meal. Christ is the Prince of Peace, who stepped out of his kingdom to be with his people, to lead them out of the slavery of sin, and he does it through fulfilling a Passover meal.
And it's got more and more, and you know...
300 pages.
Now, remember, you're a landscaper.
Yes.
You have a landscaping business, and I presume you still have your landscaping business,
We do.
and still are doing plenty of landscaping.
Yes.
Now, this has been a monumental process because, first of all, you know, I presume you've never written a book before.
Never.
And so you have to get all these Legos. You have to find Legos that I presume that were the Legos representing the apostles and Moses, or the ones that could pass, or how did that work out?
For the Old Testament characters, we had to kind of create them with what we had. There are kits out there that do have Christ and his apostles, but beyond that, we had to create and have a vision and continue to use them.
There's a Lego cross with I mean, that's just astounding. But more astounding is this. I mean, look at this page, for example. This is page 78. There's 6 pictures here, there's 6 pictures there. So that's 6 different Lego poses on a single page. And you've got, this is 229, 250. So you're talking about literally over 1,000 individual poses. You had to come up, okay, this is how it's got to look, this is how it's going to be, this is how we're going to shoot it. Does it work? Does it not work? This must have been a Herculean task.
It was big. And I'll tell you what, it took about 2 years from when we wrote it to when it finally went into print. We have all of the catechism verses and scripture